So, hi everyone, it is Thursday, September the 5th, 2024. We're in Virgo season and Libra moon. So that is an earth sign with the Virgo and I don't know why I'm rolling my R's, but it might have meaning. And Libra is an air sign. So Virgo is about health, healing, decluttering, detoxing. Libra is love, peace and harmony, balance, justice. There's a lot of karmic justice in the air right now. Injustice, of course, it can always swing, the pendulum can always swing the other way. So make sure that you're praying and staying prayed up and stay in your faith. Whatever your faith is, by the way, but just, don't give up hope is what I feel I want to say. And it reminds me of like what I channeled last night in the wee small hours when I couldn't sleep. I had that deck in my room, and it was just like I said, like I wrote it as the written channeling. If you haven't seen it, you can go and look if you feel guided. But when I was shuffling those cards, I did when I saw the clean it up card or cleaning house, I was cleaning house. I thought that is what a lot of the masculines are doing right now. Is cleaning house, whatever that means, like like clearing karma, because it was unbelievable the amount of cards that had things about karmic completion and clearing karma. And then when I did get a minute to myself, God, I saw like 2 or 3 thumbnails or titles, all with very similar, like karmic lessons completing, or yeah, just very similar. So it's quite amazing when that happens. And of course, this is timeless, although I'm saying this for now. And I remember when I done this one on the shorts, that reminded me. In fact, I'm going to get that date. That, because it's just right here. It reminded me of like loved ones in spirit and mediumship. It reminds me of like in my journeys when like I guide you to talk to a loved one in spirit. So I'm just going to shuffle this random deck because it's saying that, because it might be quite interesting if the same. I can't remember what came out in the shorts, and I quite like that when I don't remember and then I look after. So let's just see. I was wanting to keep these like the short ones, but these keep ending up being like longer extra ones, but whatever. You deserve it, guys. And like I said, it's a wee small amount of people that are tuning in. It always is, but it's even smaller than it ever was. But we'll keep doing it. I just, talking in love and spirit, I just had a very beautiful moment that made me cry, I don't know, about 10-15 minutes ago, where I was sitting on the couch. I'd just been out my walk and I was just sitting, like, just, getting my energy back and having a drink. And, like, from the next room, the magical spirit alarm, which I'm actually filming on right now, went off on a song that was, like, which basically it was played at a funeral. Basically, it just really reminds me of like a loved one in spirit for me. So, and it's just interesting because it's one of these. I'm not telling you the songs because, like I said, I share enough stuff that I like to, I have to keep some stuff private for me. But it was like, yeah, it just really moved me because I don't hear that song too often. So I know that when it goes off on the alarm like that, or if I hear it, in a coffee shop or a passing car or something, it just feels pretty poignant actually. And it's quite interesting because, again, if you're new, everything I do is channeling and part of the message, and like I know, and I'm always sending that healing and prayers out for whoever needs it. I feel like a real sort of poignant, sad energy today, and it's quite interesting because as I'm saying this, there's like rain pouring down the window. So although we're in Libra moon right now, it's feeling pretty Scorpio moon, to be honest. And I often do sort of feel into the energies before we move into the next moon. And it's if you're watching this in real time, the Scorpio moon comes about Saturday, Sunday. So that's going to be a very intense deep dive and emotional. I was about to say full moon, might feel like a full moon, an emotional moon for people. It always is, I feel, when Scorpio moon lands on a weekend. And I always just like to say, if you are, I don't know, if you are socializing or out and about and stuff, just be aware that, that is, Scorpio moon is, I mean, it's got great things to it. It's very deep, deep emotions and like I say, very intense, very actual, but it is also pain, and it's also notorious for when, you know, the dark energies do weird shit, basically. So that's just when it's in the shadow side of it. So what I mean is, it's like people's shadows in general, like, and the majority is going to be people that haven't healed the parts of themselves that aren't so nice. So it can be, people can be, yeah, it's quite a nasty energy, basically, when people are not healing that, you know. So when you mix in drink and whatever else, it's not a good combination. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but just if you have got plans this weekend, you know, have fun, but just be aware of that. It's, you'll see what I mean. Like, it's quite it can often be quite hidden, like covert sort of stuff. God, that's a bit psychic detective, isn't it? So anyway, you've probably heard enough of this, because I was like channeling it way ahead of being in the energy. But today we're really in that energy of the Venus planet of love, beauty, what you value, money, conjunct Black Moon Lilith, which is very much about the light and the shadow. You know, more so the shadow. And like, you look at what I've just been saying that about the shadow. Oh, that's why I'm saying it. So yeah, just keep in mind what I said about Scorpio Moon, but all that stuff will definitely be coming through for about Black Moon Lilith too. Like, basically, you could use the empowering energy of it, you know, to be a badass and get yourself out of toxic situations that have, like, past cycles, situations or people, or like it was all about self-worth yesterday. So wherever people aren't seeing your worth, you know, you could get yourself out of the cycle of settling for that, which we all have to do on the twin flame journey. Including, you know, unfortunately, when your twin flame isn't valuing, you know, because we all know if that is your true twin flame, it means if they aren't valuing you, it means you need to go back to the drawing board and just keep pouring that love into yourself. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you aren't valuing you. Like I've said before, and like I try to warn people that, you know, you might be in a healthy place of inner union and balance, but it can still be quite some time, you know, earthly time before they catch up. So but at the same time, sometimes it's not, and you know, you can take a quantum leap and you know, and just click my fingers in the click of a finger. So but yeah, anyway, so pour back into you is the point. And like I said, I've just, you know, I just checked I hadn't sort of checked the comments, so like I went to reply back to the comments, and it was just, you know, I feel like I'm already in the basically, right, this is, I know I'm not doing the divine detox one right now, but like I said, it ties in. And what I'm saying is, if you're following the ones about, so we've just done a week's worth of focusing on clearing, you know, in the spiritual body, and then we've just finished a week's worth of focusing on the mental body and your mind and mental health. And it's so crazy, like I have literally experienced that week where we were doing the energy clearing, it was like I got the shit end of the stick of experiencing how crap I can feel when I don't sage as much as I usually do. So that kicked me up the ass and taught me a lesson, right? Because I'm always telling other people that, and I slacked. So they taught me that. Then in the week that we've just finished yesterday about the mind, it's hard to describe, but I did have, like, I experienced overly so mind stuff, you know, like overthinking. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to pause that, it's my mum. Right, so sorry about that. But what's quite funny is they're probably reminding me that Mars, I'm on the squeaky couch if you're new, so I'm leaning over the couch. And like I said, in Virgo season, that's going to annoy you. Oh no, you can't see. This has past, present, future, but it's upside down. I keep meaning to turn it around. So like I keep meaning to turn it around. So maybe there's a situation where you're trying to turn it around, or someone's trying to turn it around, whatever that means. But yeah, with my mum just calling there, and also the fact that my ringtones don't stop believing, and look what I'd said about faith, because remember, I'm just being the mouthpiece for whoever most needs these messages, which can be more than one person. Like, don't stop believing, like, you know, never give up, all these kind of things, have faith. But yeah, Mars, planet of action, war, aggression, passion, has moved into mothering, loving, Cancer, which, like I said, Cancer is cozy, cuddles, cups of tea, rest. Oh, actually, Betty, that's why I'm feeling so tired. And oh, that could be why I'm feeling like fucking hell. Of course it is. Right, sorry, I've just, that's totally what I'm feeling. Wow, yeah. Mars going into Cancer, so again, I know why I know what that is with my chart, 100% actually. So if you feel like really in the feels today as well, that 0 degrees Mars in Cancer, check where that is for you. Because like I said, I'm like, that's not, but so it makes perfect sense why like I said, personally, I'm guided to, I'm just going to get as much filming as I can done today so that I'm not filming anything tomorrow and over the weekend, so that I can have a break and have a rest. So maybe some of you are needing to do that too. But and like I said, I feel anyway when the moon moves into Scorpio Saturday, Sunday, that can be very emotionally taxing too. And like I said, it's just so. Oh yeah, before my mum called, that's what I was saying. Like that's what my guides are doing. Like they're totally like, because I channel the energy, like they're flooding me with whatever week we're on. So you see what I mean about, like, I'm like, why am I so emotional? But it was like when I checked the comments, like I felt all, you know what I mean? It was like, because there were some comments that just, you know, I won't say names here, but just people saying how it makes you feel when you work with me, like, empowered. And then, there's obviously some other people sharing updates on their journey, which are things that are challenging, but and it's just so do you know what I mean? It was a bit of a range of emotions there, because I feel things so deeply, um but also it's what I'm saying, like on the spiritual week I was learning, they were like making me stress the importance of the spiritual clearing. And then the last week it's just been all stuff about not overthinking, but I was falling into a lot of that. And then like back, like they were just like I walked like most of the past week, and that's really helped to clear my head. And then and basically get me back into it, and just reminded me why I used to do that for years and why I love it. And then today, like, I feel totally in my feels, and it looks like I'm in for a week of being totally in the feels. But it's so, I didn't think about this at the time, but this is so in line with the moons for everyone. Like I said, because Scorpio moon is it is very intense emotions, so it goes perfect. And it just actually happens to align with my personal chart quite well. It's very, just sharing, it's very, I find that's very interesting how they do that, because I didn't think it was going to, but all I know is, as much as that's going to be intense, like, hopefully that means if that's happening like that for me, maybe, I don't know that you would be experiencing it quite as intense like that. It'll be to do with, because I'm holding the intention for the group. But you should start to be feeling shifts and stuff going on, because like that bodes quite well for, when we start from next Thursday, for that's the week of manifestation and, like, clearing physical clutter. I have felt quite a huge energy shift, because like I said, whenever I do anything like this, I might call it something cute like divine detox and declutter, whether it's live or recorded like this, but it's always about jumping a timeline. And I definitely have seen massive shifts where I was stuck, and I've felt it with some of yous. So do share if you're feeling things shifting, or you're managing to declutter, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Right. Just be with wherever you're at. So let's see, what have we got here? Don't be afraid. Yeah, there's something about this, there's change. And remember, like what we're saying about the Black Moon Lilith, the moon and Venus, that is all about letting go of past cycles that don't serve you. You know what I mean? And particularly to do with love, and to do with money, business, things that you valued before that don't hold as much value now because you're different. Light body, yeah, look, this is powerful. Your light body is changing. Independence brings comfort. Past past restrictions, ancestral healing. And look what I'm saying about Mars and Cancer. Cancer is the family. So there's definitely some kind of ancestral healing going on right now. And I'm sorry to say, again, it's not a bad thing, but it's intense. Yeah, Mars is in Cancer a long time, it's like 6 months. So yes. So independence brings comfort. That screams to me as well, people breaking free of codependency. But yeah, your light body is your light body's coming online. That's what I want. Don't be afraid, your light body's coming online. That's quite intense, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Okay, so let's see now. So because that's quite intense and I've got the inner child cards, let's get an inner child message that's really going to speak to people today. So what I was called to do, right, is I feel because we're in the week of our feelings, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an option for people to have a session with me that is solely going to be based around, now I'm not going to call it a therapy or a counselling session because I'm very strict about that. You cannot call something counselling if it's not week after week with psychological contact, you know what I mean? Like basically being in that relationship with someone where you're going through that process. But basically, because we're in the week of the feelings, I just feel really called to I'll either do a session where it's by donation, and I think I'll probably use the Ko-fi link where you can pick the donation that suits you with where you're at. And I'll just trust that, I'll trust that you won't take advantage of them. This is quite interesting because, the shadow side of Mars is manipulation, but the light side of it is mothering and caring, and I just feel really passionate about doing that because I know that there are some of you that tune in that need emotional support, but you've just not got the finances. So hopefully this kind of encourages people to part with the finances that they have got that they can afford, like meaning that you've paid the things you need to pay and you're like, right, maybe rather than spending that on something that you don't need as much, maybe like spending it on your mental health, your emotional health might be a good idea, and I'll leave that in your hands. But like I said, so that includes the women out there that are maybe being too independent, although independence does bring comfort, that it's okay to lean on supportive people that you trust. And the men out there that you might feel, you might not be getting the support that you need. So basically, I'll just, divine feminine, divine masculine, I'll leave that one with you. So I was trying to look into it. There isn't a donation. Well, I think there is actually. I'll try and, if I haven't found the donate option through my scheduling system, I'll just say that it's through the Ko-fi. So, and I'll say that I'll keep that on. I'll keep that on for the week. I'm happy to keep that on. So today's Thursday, so I'll keep that running until next Thursday, okay? So if you want to use that option, then like I said, take advantage of it because take advantage of it, right? But don't take advantage of me. There's a difference. It's like, it's God is, like I always say, Virgo seems about integrity and it's about helping and healing and being of service. And God is always watching. And with Pluto in the last degree of Capricorn, that's about karma with money. So, keep that in mind. But no, I do, I've had opportunities like that where I've experienced services where, it's by donation and, you're trusted to give what you genuinely can afford. And it's quite funny though, because a lot of the time, like whenever I've been a part of that over the years, like I actually paid more than what I genuinely could afford at the time because it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's. I just kind of didn't feel right, kind of. But again, but there have been times in my life where I have used the option where, I genuinely couldn't afford, and I've chosen. So just you again. It's about trusting yourself. Anyway, so bloody bloody blah. Inner child card. Say yes. Oh, look at, is that not just, wow, I'm totally in the mama wolf feels. Say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive. So look at that. That is, I'm putting that offer out there for people. And like I said, I don't even know what it is yet. By the time I publish the video, it'll be there. Or even if it isn't, just look out later and I'll add it in the comments. But now's the time to be open and receive, like say yes. So there's somebody that needs to say yes to that offer. So let's see. No, and I nearly opened it up at the book. There's somebody that needs to set boundaries too, because I opened up at that page. So say yes. Being truly open to life can be a bit unnerving. There are so many possibilities and unknowns, and we could never analyse them all. While there's much wisdom in weighing the options before us, sometimes there will be aspects of the future that we can never truly know until we walk that road. It is in these moments that we have to take a leap of faith and say yes. If you've pulled this card, now might be the time to open up and receive. So just bear that in mind. With Mars moving into Cancer, I feel this really is time for you to take action to receive. So maybe you're somebody that gives to other people all the time, and it could be friends, because the yellow roses always remind me of friends, and maybe it's time for you to receive back what you need. If we're not open to the many good things in life, they can pass us by. Practice saying yes to what you know will help you grow. There's abundance all around us. Sometimes we just need to make space for it to arrive. Right, I'm mind blown, because this is like last week or the week before when I was saying that about money and abundance. Like I said, because my Taurus, my Mercury in Taurus is definitely, the degree that is all about teaching people about abundance in a very different, unique way. And again, connected to New Earth and through gratitude, really. And it's about that. I mean, the words for that are totally perfect. Like, I mean, I said it, but like I said, it was God saying it through me, the guide saying it through me, that I said it that last week or the week before, that, no, actually, never mind last week, I think it was a few days ago, it was recently, where I was basically given that, no, I think it was last week sometime, I was given that chat about, sometimes abundance comes to us in the form of an offer like I just gave, so it's not a free session, but remember, I was doing that at one point, free sessions, and then when I've sat and got still and got the downloads, like I've explained, it's not wise for anyone else it's not wise that you give completely free sessions, because it actually gives people and demons access to curse you and shit like that. Yeah, so that's true. But so always take some sort of donation, but when you're called to do something like this, that is a gift, because but like I said, and over the years in the past, and there are circumstances where, yeah, people are getting help for free. If I meet somebody that's feeling like shite on the beach just by chance, said, look, the arts. So you mean it's, whether it's like, basically it's help coming along in the form of something that isn't somebody giving you a handout. It's not somebody, here you go, here's a load of money for no reason. It can sometimes be receiving something at a cheaper rate, or for absolutely free, but not but like, yeah, just be wary of like being one of those people that takes it for granted, because you don't kind of think about the fact, well, wait a minute, this is actually, I might have got this for free or at a discounted rate, but this is really valuable, and wow, I'm really lucky to be getting this, for this to be coming along right when I need it, because that will be the case for someone. Like you said, these things have happened to me, and I'm so grateful whenever that's happened to me along the years when I've really needed it. And a lot of the time it's like when I'm just sort of I'm just sort of being, they're talking to me about things, but it's things that are like, yeah, my sort of private stuff. But basically, anyway, I'm being quite. It's 1551. That's mirrored numbers. But basically, what I'm saying is, like, I can think of some of the times in my life that were really quite challenging over the last few years, and I've come across people that do basically what I'm doing right now, and some of the words and the the healing that I've felt, like, really, yeah, made me feel comforted. And yeah, just like, I got that comfort when I was in a dark place. And like I always say, I never forget. I never forget when I never forget. I'm going really dreamy and like staring out at this rain here. But yeah, I never forget when that happened. So yeah, I'm just sort of sharing that. Um how does it feel in your body when you say yes to something new? How does it feel not knowing the outcome when you say yes? If it is a negative feeling, what is something you might be able to do to feel more positive about the unknown? Right, deep. And the next card was actually the boundaries one in that book, so that's quite interesting. There's definitely a need to be setting boundaries. Right, okay, so let's see. What have we got here? So these are the past life cards, and like I said, Cancer is also the past. It can be past life memories from your past in this life, or past life memories from other lives. Of course, if you're interested in going deeper, I'm a hypnotherapist. I love doing past life regressions. I actually love doing ones where we go to the future too, like the New Earth sort of frequencies. Oh, and that reminds me, actually, I will be recording. Well, we'll just need to see what comes through, but I'm going to be recording something for all of you to see. With Lexi, so at some point soon. So that'll be fun to see what comes through. So let's see. And I can always use these cards in a personal session. Right, success. Personal or professional achievement. So there's something around success here. Let's see. 42. Personal or professional achievement. This card indicates past lives of great achievement. You may have been a scientist responsible for a monumental discovery, or perhaps an artist whose paintings and sculptures were in great demand. You may have even discovered new lands or important trade routes to exotic destinations. But this card is not just about the past, it brings news about the projects you're presently working on. The fact is, those joyous, fulfilling experiences are on your karmic path even now. So if there's something you want to achieve, fully focus on that project. And if you receive some inspiration about a direction or a goal that's entirely new to you, don't dismiss it too early. And remember, that other card says say yes. That simple idea may lead to significant success. This encouragement is not limited to professional pursuits, it refers to personal goals as well. If you've had a hard time losing weight or giving up smoking, now is the time to pour your energy into those intentions. Wow, that is really powerful for what I said about the combination of astrology today. Perhaps you've been wanting to paint the house or plant a flower in a herb garden. Such projects, other major behavioural shifts, can be a source of profoundly gratifying personal achievement. And this card is telling you that now you have the power to make all kinds of successes happen in your life. Woo! I feel the need to say woo. You have the history of great achievement in your subtle memory, and you have the strength of divine direction to guide you now. The outcomes you desire are achievable if you turn to your own eternal wisdom and rely on the power of your soul. And remember, so that feels really important, because yesterday I was really pulling through the message of not listening to the ego. And if you watched one of the ones that I done at night yesterday where I'm wearing the green top, and also all the green is very heart chakra, heart healing stuff that's coming through just now. It was about, I said something about not listening to the ego, and then the card actually said something about listening to the ego. So listen to your soul, because it's your soul that is strongly connected to you and your twin flame. Well, you share the same soul. Even if you've been blocked from achieving your desires in the past, you can release those karmic obstacles and clear the road ahead for accomplishments you seek. Yeah, wow, karmic completion again. So stop playing it small and let yourself dig in, see it through and achieve. Wow. I release old karmic blocks. I am strong and determined and capable of achieving great things in my life and in the world. Just say yes. I mean, powerful. And then don't be afraid as well. I mean, wow. God, just wow. I know I keep saying wow, but wow message. And why do these keep ending up 30 minutes anyway? Right, I'll not question it. So, what have we got from these beautiful cards? Look at that. Universal child. And isn't that special when I used the inner child cards? So I really do feel there's some kind of breaking, like, don't be afraid. I feel somebody's inner child. And when I say somebody, this is going to make sense to lots of people, male, female. I feel like there's a lot of your inner child, like, basically a lot of your inner children are breaking free of codependency here. And it's like time to step into success. So I feel anywhere where people have held you back, so I mean that absolutely, I mean it screams family to me. Like, you know, it could be friends as well, but this is screaming some kind of family that could hold you back. Within a child's eyes lies a universe where innocence is guided by love and trust and has no boundaries. But you see how that's a beautiful card, but that's what I mean about, you know, the shadow side of Cancer, you know, Cancer being about the family, but the shadow side of it can be manipulation. And when you're a trusting child, you've not really got any boundaries. So that makes sense why that they kept pulling my eyes to the no boundaries. You know, we need to have boundaries. And especially where there's people that might be trying to hold you back from succeeding in life. So wherever that may be going on, make sure that you don't let it happen, because look what's on the bottom. Financial flow. You've earned it. You deserve it. Financial rewards begin to flow and prosperous solutions unfold. But you see, look at what I was just talking about, right? Because like I said, I do, when I'm guided to channel about money and the way that basically, you know, in the new earth sort of frequency and everything, this, yes, absolutely can be that there's a more steady flow of actual money and income and happiness coming to you. But this is also like what I'm saying, that I'm being guided to offer, you know, those sessions. So like I said, it's I don't know what to call it. I'll probably call it an all the feels session or something. I don't know, but it's basically, you know, it's so that you can talk about your feelings. And then like I said, I'll no doubt throw a few cards in, maybe these inner child ones or something, but you know, you'll see the details below. But this is about, you know, you've earned it and you deserve it. You deserve somebody to hold space and be there for you. So just say yes, whether it's about what I'm got an offer there, if people align with it, or something else. Like, you know, don't pass up these opportunities, because you never know where it might lead you. Success in life. Don't be afraid. Love it. See you later.